Hey there, how you doing? Andy here. So, Andy 𝐓𝐡𝐞. Let me get this a bit more on point. There we go. So, I'm in my kitchen and I'm sending you a very gruff COVID-19 coronavirus recruitment search video cast. So I've hesitated from getting this out to you because first of all, when it kicked in a few weeks ago, one of my team members, Awesome Christie, said about we're having people apply to join the inner circle, and they're referencing this virus. And my big thing is I don't want negativity in my life. Talking bullshit. However, it's a real thing. So what I'm going to do is going to give you some insights regarding the recruitment search industry right now with what's going on with COVID. By the way, I look tired because I am tired. You know, the whole branding, I've sort of done the last 6-7 years, been a laptop recruiter. So the last 2 years, I've pretty much been out of the business. I was lucky to have a baby girl and a baby boy. One of my things was if I became a dad, I'd be the best dad in the world. So it's been important that I've been around. So I've not been, quote, in the business. Christmas time, made a decision to come back into it. Really excited. We're back in, and it's been epic. It's been epic. And then out of the blue, this thing happens. And, in the last 2 weeks, I've probably done 18-hour days, 6 days a week, apart from when I've had the kids. For two reasons. Number one is my members inside the inner circle have a model that we work to. And that model is for growing a recruitment or search business. Where we are right now, we're in a COVID place. So the landscape has changed. So I look tired because I've been creating strategies for week on week to get through where we are right now, and B, because what we're about to go through will be the biggest opportunity you will probably ever have in your lifetime in recruitment or search. Most recruitment businesses are now retracting. They're sucking it in, and that's cool. But if you're size 1 up to size sort of 5, 6, 7, there's never been a big opportunity to take advantage. So also secondly tired because I've been walking the walk here. I've brought on board new team members. I've seen how many people we can impact, and I'm also seeing what's going on in recruitment and in search around the world. And now's the time where help is needed more than ever. So because I know my shit, to be frank, now's the time where I'm on camera, and I hate being on damn camera. I've been asked to go on Channel 4. I've been asked to go on Channel 5 in the UK. So if you're from around the world, those are like two of the main channels. I've turned it down, and but I'm here because it's now so important. And it's so important because, number one, if you're in, let me bring this up. I'm just doing a webinar to some members. Let me do this. So if you're down here, so if we look at where you might be down here. You're in sort of survival mode. So you feel like you're bleeding, maybe you're slipping. So you're in survival mode right now. And it's a case of getting through the next 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. When the bounce comes back, you're in a shape to bounce back. Or it might be you're in a place of opportunity, growth. So you've got, for example, if you've been with me, you might have double R. You might have the one-to-many. You might have the automated webinars. You might have all the nurturing. You might have all the cool stuff that means we get inbound clients and candidates in our inbox. And when you go to our website or go to iTunes, you see the likes of Dan Frank, 10x's business, Ken McCarthy, 30k a month, 100k a month, Brant Hadley, stuck at 250 for years, then $1 million in his first year. Peter Johns, Hazel, 5x business in the first year, etc., etc. These are all real. Go and do your own due diligence. I'm not here to prove that to you. I don't need to, nor am I really bothered to. Go and do your own due diligence there. But the point is this, I get where you're at. So you might be in a survival mode down here. So your outcome is, right, how do we get you to this line here, okay? How do we get you to this line here? That might be the goal right now. How do we get you from either bleeding or slipping into stable, so your business is breathing? Or you might be fortunate enough to be in here. You've got your shit together, and you, like I see for my members, now's the time where there'll be more millionaire or £1 million, $1 million recruitment and search business created than probably in our lifetime. And I've been through recessions. 12 years ago, I'm very open about this, I lost everything. Bad investment decisions with, if that wasn't bad, what happened was this: I'm massive into metrics, and I created a spreadsheet from 1946 through to 2005, and every year where I bought property doubled every 7 years. So actually, it's very strategic about where I bought property. However, it bit me in the arse. I also bought property on a Caribbean island, St. Vincent, which had a planning permission for an airport. At the time, I had no airport, so it was very strategic. But the bottom fell out the economy, and I lost everything. Fortunately, I'm very good at this, so I was able to breathe. So if you're down here in this position, I feel you. I've been there. I think I'm the most mentally strong person I know. And I've given stories before, not to impress, but to impress upon you. When I went through shit in 2008, I was told to go and do Muay Thai. I've done it before down in Koh Phangan in Thailand. Went down there, trained at a place called Horizon. So basically flew down there literally a couple of days later, had to climb up a cliff, got there, and before I know it, I'm training 4 hours a day in the jungle with professional fighters. Day one broke my foot. So I know I'm mentally strong. However, I lost my shit 12 years ago. I was in, maybe worse than bleeding, I was in bleak. So if you're there, I've been there. And, you know, as I said here, the key thing now for you is, let's get you a life raft in place. A life raft in place, okay? Life raft. Now, if you're up here, let's get a yacht running so we can leverage where we're at right now. But this strange, uncertain time we're in will create more 7-figure businesses than ever before in recruitment. And unfortunately, in 2007, 2008, depending on where you look in the world, 40-60% of businesses went out of business in recruitment search at that time. So if you look at those sort of numbers, it'd be a more protracted affair, I believe. There's 3 phases we're going to go through. Phase number 1 is going to be the chaos we're in now. So it's a case of getting a plan in place where we are right now. And the plan is indeed different compared to what we normally do. In fact, let me grab something for you right now, guys. 1 second. Okay. So if you see that, that's the model we normally work to inside the laptop recruiter. So we've got the attract, convert, and automate. And under attract, we've got well, you can see that yourself. You can see the phases we go through. So it's very strategic. Very strategic. In fact, we're back to front of you possibly. But under attract, we've got install foundations, build authority, model success, convert. Then we've got automate, accelerate. We've got over 200 strategies. I create 2 to 3 new strategies every month. Our members inside our community get those strategies, implement, we get metrics, and that's how scale happens. However, we're in a different world now, so that's a growth set of strategies. So what I've had to do is recalibrate, and we've now got a new strategy. By the way, if you listen to this on iTunes, you might want to check out the video on YouTube or our website. But you see here, we've got a different structure now. So you've got 3 constraints going on for you. Number 1, you've probably got business uncertainty right now, and what that's creating is emotional decisions, which means we make rapid decisions, so contracting. You know, if we cut a few costs here and there, it's not going to save your fucking business. The reality is you're going to be fucked. So saving a few costs here, again, seen this now hundreds of times in businesses, saving a few costs will not get you through the periods you want to get through, more than likely. What we need is a strategy to get through, which will come through in a minute. So we've got business uncertainty. Next, we've got cash flow panic. And indeed, in fact, if you want these slides, send an email to Kristim, Kristim at recruitmentmarketinginternational.com, or go and book a call with us, myself, Christy or Ken, and I'll talk you through this. rmi.q@scheduling.com, or go to our website, or reach out to Christy and you'll get this. But I want to make it clear to you this, that we've got your business uncertainty, so you need a recession-proof plan. And right now that consists of three staples. Number one, you relaunch your existing niche, which we're doing with some of our members. So we're doing that as a live case study with the members week on week. We launch into a new niche where there's opportunity. Again, we're doing that with our members. We're launching a new one of our members is into a new niche, and we're doing that week on week. And thirdly, we need to have not a 3-year plan, a 1-year plan. We need a most 90-day plan, 30-day plan, 7-day plan, etc. Okay, down to a 1-day plan. I believe we're going to go through 3 phases. As I said, chaos, where we are now. So it's about getting stable. Number 2, there'll be a bounce back. But when the bounce back happens, we want to make sure that we're not there with the herd. If the bounce back's coming 1st September in events, we want to have a 12-week cycle before that, where we've got the T&C signed between 12 and 8 weeks before. So we need to know what projects are happening and when. And we do that with an interview process, really under the radar. Quite a cool thing, one to many thing. So we want to make sure we've got this planning in place. We've got a cash flow panic right now. So one of the drivers I gave to my members on Monday was, Monday before last, was go and find where the cash is right now. And we got members who are getting huge roles right now under the same niche most of the time. But for example, crisis management, disaster recovery, etc., etc. There's opportunity there. But also number 2, there's opportunity in terms of cash flow. So your clients, your candidates might need, for example, some form of mentoring, training, learning about remote delivery, etc. You can get paid for this if you've got a model. And number 3, for me, the most important one, this contracting, not leveraging this period. So there's 3 phases here, as I said. Phase 1, where we're in now, is turn chaos into stability. So either get you into that line above survival, or about stability, about, right, how can we really leverage this? And again, I'm going to see firsthand my members, and hopefully you'll be one of the, whether I know you or not, but you're going to leverage this opportunity. It will never happen again. So we get stability now, get the foundations, but we start to take action now. And number 2, we've got a bounce back plan, which doesn't mean that, oh shit, the economy's coming back in September, let's do something like everyone else. Absolute bollocks. No, you want to be ahead of the curve. That means you're doing things 12, 14, 16, 18 weeks out, which is now, by the way. In phase 3, it's going to be the new normality. So what was normal 6 weeks ago won't exist again, which for me is glorious, because it means it's an opportunity. When I came into recruitment, I'm very open about this. My background originally was systems engineering in investment banking in 1996. The internet is 6 months old, and I've been fortunate to be in the internet from the word go, and it was my normality. I've never done anything different. I came to recruitment about 10 years ago. It chose me. People were saying, if you're so good, come and do this. And I gave presentations, spoke at mastermind groups, etc. And for example, half the room would say, can you come and do this for me in my recruitment business? And when I saw what was happening in recruitment, I was gobsmacked about how archaic and backward it is as an industry. So when you see our members, like let's say Dan Frank's 10x's business in 2 years, we get together 3 times a year. 3 times a year with our members. So there's some pictures there. I'm actually wearing a suit in those pictures. But the event time before last, we had at the front of the room, we had a guy, 10x's business, 1 in 5x, 1 in 5x in their first year, and the 10x's in 2 years. That's Dan Frank's. How's it possible? Because the way that recruitment's built, it's built on a process of an archaic process, i.e. how we engage, how we convert, etc. Whereas the way we function is, we only talk to clients who've actually come to us, and also we only speak to them when the objections have been overcome, and we do that by what we call a client attainment system. That's when we get almost 100% conversion as a norm with clients, etc., etc. I'm going off point a little bit. However, the point I'm making to you, and again, I'm tired now, is the model that you may have been around for the previous X amount of months, years, I don't know. It's probably not going to serve you very, very well now. Working harder, it's not going to serve you now. It's not going to serve you. Working smarter is a phrase I fucking hate, but there's actual reality to this right now. If we take out, again, if you're on iTunes, my apologies, probably the most mundane podcast ever. I'm not my usual upbeat self, so I'm shattered right now. But if you take out where we are today and where we're going to be in a year's time, there's going to be three types of decision maker in recruitment right now. You're going to have those in the middle who are going to be the guys who listen to the media. They congregate as a group of, yeah, it's fucked. I'm going to ride it out. I'm going to batten down the hatches. I'm going to do this. They might get through the next 30 days, 6 months, 9 months, etc. They might get through. At best, they're going to be in a slightly worse position. Then you get the guys and girls who are going to be, right, I'm going to shut down shop. It's going to be dead for 3 months, 3 weeks, whatever your time zone is. Right now, it doesn't matter. Or I'm going to do the minimal. I'm going to wait till it comes back. Chances are there won't be a coming back. When they come back, they'll be trying to follow in the herd, who'll be doing simple things, the same things as before. But then you've got the guys who are, quote, working smart, and these are the guys who are doing things differently already. So if we take a curve out by whether it be 100 days, 200 days, or 1 year, these guys get delayed gratification. So one of my things is I want our members to get paid now. So we find what roles are open now, what projects can be hiring first, etc. What clients will be, what size clients and which clients will not be using HR. So again, we get a quicker payment cycle, etc., etc. Existing relationships, just nurture them, etc., etc. However, being completely pessimistic, brand new niche. If we get this curve here, this bounce back is going to come back, and anyone who's over the age of 35, probably maybe even 40, with a sense of reality and can pull themselves out of the mire, knows that after a recession, there's always going to be a bounce back, and this bounce back is going to happen. So with your communication to your clients and candidates, you need to be absolutely spot on right now about, you can't take the elephant out of the room, coronavirus, COVID-19, etc. But the reality is, you want to be getting paid. You know, we're doing 2 live case studies with my members. One is we're launching a brand new business with Peter Johns, and his business is in the accountancy space, and it's literally it's now about 8 days in. So week 1 was this was his plan. I'm not going to share it with you too much, but this was his plan on week 1. Okay, that was the plan on week 1. So that for our members. Now week 2, we had a check-in. Week 2, so we've taken his actions. So we've created a Corona website. We've done niche analysis. We've built a LinkedIn profile focused on the client candidate. We've mapped the market. How many clients candidates are in his niche. We've built a data set of 22,000 candidates, 5,000 clients. We've got our first campaign ready to go, which will be running on Monday. We'll run avatar interviews this week, so we know who's going to be hiring first. We're also taking on board interim management and crisis management, maybe big opportunities in his niche. I'm getting, one of our members has got fees of 120,000 for an NED on site in crisis management. Who'll be on site for I think, memory serves, it's either 5 or 10 days a month. So that means that candidate can be placed obviously 3-4 times over, but the fees get us 120k. So there's opportunity there, but we're being strategic about it all. So point of this first podcast to you is this. Number 1, I fucking hate being on video. Hate it. Look fat, whatever else, hate it. But now's the time where it needs to happen. You know, we as people and business owners, if anyone told me how hard it was being an entrepreneur, I would have never started this path all those years ago. It's fucking hard. And I've been in that dark place, that bleak, fucking awful place. And I would say I wouldn't wish it on any of my members, enemies. There are a few enemies. In fact, I fucking would wish it on, to be frank. I've had people come in trying to nip my stuff. I've been doing this 20 plus years. I've sweated blood and tears doing this. Look at the state of me. Why? I'm doing 18-hour days. To create these new strategies for my members, right now this is what we're doing right now with our members. Where is it? There we go. So we've got these new strategies right now that with my members I've created. We're doing week on week, all around the crisis of Corona. It's taken me tens of hours to create each strategy and do some initial testing. And then test in front of the group with Peter and Hazel, where we're relaunching one business and launching a brand new business. So yeah, I actually do wish it on a few people who have been a complete fucking arsehole to me over the years. It's not fucking cool nicking people's stuff when you give a shit and you put your blood and tears into it. And that's why on the flip side, 99% of you watching this now are cool people. And I lost everything 12 years ago. And I won't wish that on anyone. So number one, know this. What we're about to go through now will be the biggest opportunity in your lifetime you will ever have in recruitment or search, ever in your lifetime. I'm certain of that. Number two, your media cannot drive your mindset. Your media can't drive your mindset. Now, that might be a glib bullshit statement. It's not a glib bullshit statement. I'm the most positive person I know. And I turned the news on Thursday before last for 2 hours in the background before going to pick my kids up. On the way, I had a wobble. I don't fucking wobble. I had a wobble because of that bullshit fucking media. And if you break down the metrics behind it, which I'm not going to go through now, it's a different discussion, don't fucking listen to the media. Put good shit in your head. Number three, action will remove doubt. Even if you take unwarranted directive action, it will remove doubt. If you've got action based on a real plan, or I'm not here to fucking sell you a plan, I'm here first and foremost to get you into a sense of remove the desperation, but a plan based on where we are with COVID, what we need to do. That's gone. There we go. A plan. If we look at the previous recession and 40 to 60% of businesses shut down recruitment search, and again, I don't give a fuck. Don't comment under here, Andy, your metrics wrong. Fuck off. It's not the fucking point. And do you know what else? If you're one of these silly fucking idiots, with all you do is go around cutting people down, fuck off. I don't want you anywhere near my page, near me at all. I'm here to help people, okay? Don't be a prick. Help people. The principle is this. A lot of business owners lost their business. It's not a metric. 12 years ago when I sat in that dark room, I wasn't a fucking metric. I was a real person with a mum and dad in a fucking world of pain. So these numbers, if they happen again, that's 50% are going to lose it. 45% are going to, quote, survive. But 5%, it's game time if we get this in shape. So really, his first message to you is, from a very tired place, is get this right. There's a different world than maybe you can see right now. And again, whether you do it with me or do it with someone else, I don't care. I really don't care. What I do care about is you getting this straight. There is a different world from what you're maybe seeing from those around you, maybe from spouse, family, maybe from your business friends. Put good stuff in. But I know firsthand, inside our group, every day we're getting huge wins from this. And again, it's not to fucking do any bullshit salesy crap. It's not. It's to get you out of the fucking mire, look down what's happening like a helicopter and pull you out. I hate the word hope, but it's the only word I can think of right now, given my lack of sleep state. There is hope. And with a hope and with a specialized plan, there's output. With output, you get a metric. With metric, you get improvement. With improvement, you get increase of result. Increase of result, you get paid more. So again, I don't know where you are. But if you're down here in this survival shape, goal right now is to build a life raft to get you across the line. If you're up here and you've done your shit together in the last 3, 6, 9, 12 months, now's the time where you are going to be one of those who right away are going to see immediate results, and it's game time. It's game time. And by that, I mean serious game time. Before this, again, 5xing inside the inner circle was not something particularly special. It's still fucking epic, but now I know with every part of my DNA, these scaling X's, 3x, 4x, 5x, 6x, 7x, will become more normal if you're switched on. So get your head in shape. So with that said, I'll get this sent across to my team. It's not going to be edited. I'm not going to remove any swearing. I fucking hate being on video. Fat face, all this stuff. But the time is now where I don't want people to go through what I went through. I don't know if I can fucking save you. I don't know you from fucking Adam. I can give you the best plan in the world. Work with you daily. I don't know. But the reality is this. There is hope, guys. There is hope. Don't let this media shit drag you down. Don't let the bollocks around the industry drag you down. Don't listen or read to blogs which are purely observations of how shit the world is. The reality is, if you've been through multiple recessions and if you successfully have a strong network, you'll know your friends who are successful created more in recessions than any other point in their history. So now it's game time, if you choose it to be. So with that said, if you don't know me, you're probably going to say that man swears way too much. He talks too loud. That's completely cool. Swearing is not out of crudeness, it's out of passion and conviction. Recruitment Marketing International is where you can find us, and you can have a look around there. The Laptop Recruiter says what we're known for. You can have a go look on iTunes. And again, if you're going to be one of these pricks who's going to be just negative, fuck off. I don't want you in my domain. Don't be a prick. Help people. Help people. My Australian friends call it cutting down the poppies. It's where someone who's done well for themselves, who's looking to help other people, or help other people, rather than try and build a skyscraper of the same level, they cut them down. What a weak wanker mindset. Now's the time where you need to be a leader for your family, or for yourself, number one, for your family, number two, number three, if you've got team or employees, number three, but almost most importantly, your future self. Your future self. If a year down the line, don't be that guy or that girl who says, I wish I did this. I wish I did this. I haven't worked this hard in 2.5 years. I haven't worked this hard in 2.5 years. And again, for two reasons. One is, I want to make sure my members are fucking sorted. And number two, I know that this impacts the recruitment search industry will never ever come again. Will ever come again. So if you're not using every ounce of your energy right now to then go, let's tool up, let's get this game time, you're going to regret it. You're going to regret it. So with that said, this message has been taken in the positive intent it was given. If it hasn't, probably not best you watch anything from me ever again, or even engage with me ever again. That's completely cool. I know I've been told I'm Marmite. My intention here isn't to be liked. My intention is purely that 12 years ago I was there. It's never going to happen again. Right now I'm taking 100+ businesses through from survival into growth into the next level. Again, recruitmentmarketinginternational.com, you can find us, have a look around. I'll be doing a webinar or two, Laptop Recruiter, podcasts, and in fact, we'll probably put this up as a podcast. So again, if you're listening to this, you might be able to see me in all my tired glory if you go to YouTube or on our website, or wherever we choose to put this, but I'll leave that to the team right now. I need sleep. So guys, with that said, just want to reach out to you. COVID, coronavirus, war plan, and as you see here, it is a war plan, but I don't want you going into battle thinking it's fucking lost, because it isn't. It's not. This is when it's game time. And those people I see are saying, well, the boss has said we've got to cut costs. I think, fucking hell, I get it. I've been there. But you'll never, if you're a business owner, how long are you going to be in business for? For the next 6 months or the next 5 years? If the goal is to be in business in the next 5 years or create something to sell, and we call that process asset leverage scale, if your goal is to be in business in the next 5 years, now is the time to get certainty. It is not to start doing shit when everyone does the same crap in 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, or 3 weeks, whatever it's going to be when it bounces back. Now is the time to get ahead. If you're going on holiday, you don't diet the day before. You diet 3 months out. So I know it might be a mismatch in your brain. I know it might be. But now is the time. Now is the time. Every metric in business is telling us this. Every ad spend metric, every webinar registration metric, every email metric, targeted that is, they've gone through the roof. Now is the time. So guys, that said, I truly wish you every sense of fucking power you need each morning. Some of you, I'll know. Some of you I won't know. But with that said, I will see you at some point. But yeah, keep this full of good stuff. Keep it full of good stuff. There's a guy on YouTube called 𝐒𝐶𝐬𝐢𝐧𝐝. I personally listen to every day. There's one called Vision. There's one called Unbroken videos. One's 10 minutes, one's about 5 minutes. That stuff gets me fucking fired up. Even if I'm thinking, right, need some sleep, which I've needed this last couple of weeks. But 𝐒𝐬𝐧𝐝, it's about getting this moving and implementing a plan. So with that said, I will see you Keep it strong.